Old Grognard says, I have to put my 2 cents in about Dark Sun. I was going to wait until next week to finish my next video and have a quality piece of work for you guys, but I had to put my 2 cents in about this subject. Dark Sun was my first D&D setting. I didn't even get to play regular D&D until I'd played Dark Sun for about a year or so. That was all the way back in 1991 in 2nd edition. So right now it's the 25th of February 2023. Recent D&D news is that Kyle Brink in an interview said Dark Sun is too problematic to bring back to D&D. The main two issues I hear cited are slavery and genocide in that setting. I can think of another fictional universe where these things are central to the story. They even have a sorcerer king of sorts. It's called Star Wars. Slavery is a central theme in Star Wars. So is genocide. My point isn't that Star Wars is bad. Rather that I think people could handle Dark Sun just fine. I don't think that's the reason they're staying away from Dark Sun. I mean, Dark Sun was all about climate change all the way back when we still called it global warming. They could use it to preach at us about that. But I can think of a few reasons why they won't mess with it. One is that Dark Sun isn't so much a D&D setting as it's its own game that used D&D as the game engine to run it. They would have to do a lot of work to make it work correctly, and WotC is all about picking the low-hanging fruit. Dark Sun uses its own races and classes. Also, psionics are an integral part of the setting. Not having a functioning system for psionics in Dark Sun would be like making Spelljammer without space combat rules. Oh, wait. Another reason is that Dark Sun, because of its disconnection from standard D&D, wouldn't accommodate the kitchen sink style of play that is pushed nowadays. A DM would have to say no to a player about stuff. Yeah, that ain't happening, especially if that's an expected part of the setting. Dark Sun is difficult to play. There's a reason Dark Sun and Dark Souls sound kind of similar. My favorite stories and memories regarding Dark Sun are escaping from near certain death. People may say that isn't part of a heroic story. Going back to Star Wars, they totally defeated all of the stormtroopers in Mos Eisley. The DM balanced that encounter so they would win, and after not running from them, they blew up the Death Star with the Millennium Falcon. That encounter was set up so they could win it too. It was fair and balanced, like Fox News or something. You get the point. And if I sound like I'm exasperated with WotC, I am. They had the goose that laid the golden eggs. All they had to do was feed it, water it, and collect eggs. The next thing you know, there's one of them squeezing it, and then someone else is trying to reach up in there and get all the eggs out. And the next thing you know, Goose is dead. Anyway, I'm glad they aren't doing Dark Sun. They'd probably mess it up anyway. That's enough from this old grognard. Psychedelic Penguin and I would like to wish you a wonderful rest of your day.